Good morning, children. Welcome to your science class. Today's topic is friction. You will be able to learn the effect of friction on an object. What is friction? What are its effects? How is it useful for us? So, let's go. Rub your palms against each other quickly for at least 10 seconds. Now touch your face with your palms. How do you feel? Do you feel warm? Now, why do your palms feel warm? Do you think there is an invisible force between your palms, or is it magic? This is something to think about. Yes, you are absolutely right. When you rub your palms against each other, an invisible force acts between the palms. Now, this force is called frictional force. This force also makes your palms warm as it creates heat. So, what is friction? Friction is a force that acts between two surfaces that are sliding or trying to slide across each other, just like your palms. When you were rubbing your palms together quickly, you were actually creating friction between your palms. Look at the picture. As the boy tries to pull the box, there is friction between the floor and the bottom of the box, which makes it hard for him to pull it. Since the friction is high, it is really hard for the boy to pull the box. When we walk, there is friction between our shoes and the ground. Friction actually helps us to walk. Without friction, we will slip and fall down. If you are walking inside your bathroom and there is soap on the floor, then you may slip and fall down because of less friction. When a ball rolls on the floor, it stops after some time because there is friction between the ball and the ground. So, friction also slows down moving objects. Friction also creates heat. When two surfaces they are rubbing against each other, they also create heat because of friction. This is how when you take a matchstick and rub it against the side of the matchbox, you get fire because the friction between the matchstick and the side of the box creates friction which helps the chemical to burn, and this is how we can actually use a matchstick. Friction always move in the direction opposite to the movement of the object. If the ball, you will see two arrows in the picture. The gray arrow shows in which direction the ball is moving, and the red arrow shows in which direction friction is moving. So if the ball is moving ahead, friction is moving backwards. Or you can say that if the ball is moving in the right direction, friction will move in the left direction. This is how friction always moves. It always moves in the opposite direction of the object. Do you know that friction depends on what kind of surface we are? There will be more friction on rough surface and less friction on smooth surface. If you look at the picture, you can see that in the first picture it is a smooth surface. So the person is using only a small push because the smooth surface is creating low friction. So it is easy for him to push that box. Compared to that, in the second picture, there is a rough surface, so the person will have to give a big push because the high friction will make it hard for him to move the box easily. So with low friction it is easy to move the box, with high friction it is hard to move the box. Can you tell me, out of all these pictures, which picture shows high friction and which picture shows low friction? So the brakes on a bike shows high friction. Pencil and eraser shows high friction. Car tires, they also follow high friction. But skiing on the snow, it needs low friction. If the surface is very rough, the person will not be able to ski on the snow. Water on a slide, when you sit on a water slide, the surface becomes very smooth and it is easy for you to slide down. So it makes use of low friction. And friction. In places where high friction is useful, surfaces are kept rough, such as tires of bicycle, cars, buses, etc. High friction helps them to move on the road without slipping and stop the vehicles when brakes are applied. This is why tires have rough surfaces, and it is the same reason why our shoe soles have rough surface, so that there is always more friction between our shoes and the ground. You will notice that if you wear a shoe which has a very smooth surface, you will slip on the ground. That is why we always have rough patterns made on our shoe soles, so that the friction is always high and we are able to walk properly. And what about uses of low friction? There are times when we need to make use of low friction. But how to make friction less? When you play carom, you need to have low friction so that you can play smoothly. That is why you use powder on the carom board. The powder reduces the friction between the striker and the surface of the board. Sometimes we can reduce friction by using wheels, small wheels. In the picture you can see that there's a luggage trolley and it has small wheels in the bottom, so that these wheels have a very smooth surface. It will reduce the friction between the ground, and this makes it easy for us to carry it around. You will notice that there are tables or chairs which have small wheels. These wheels help to reduce the friction so that those type of furniture can be moved easily from one place to the other. Now there are some problems with friction, such as when two surfaces are constantly sliding against each other for a long time, the surfaces get damaged because of high friction. In order to stop such damage, we keep such surface smooth so that friction will be less. People use oil or grease to keep machine parts running smoothly. In the picture, the boy is putting oil in his bicycle parts so that as he uses the bicycle, the parts they move against each other, which creates high friction. As he puts oil in the bicycle parts, it will reduce friction and it will also save the bicycle parts from getting damaged. In the next picture you can see that people use oil between machine parts. As the machine parts they slide against each other, they get damaged. So when they apply oil or grease, the surfaces they are still rough but they become a little smooth. So the effect of high friction becomes a little less. And in the last picture, you can see that the door hinge is that thing which joins your door with your wall. So since we keep on opening and closing our doors a lot of times, these hinges they go through high friction. So when you apply any kind of oil to these hinges, they work very smoothly, and doors they won't make creaking sounds. So what did we learn in this topic? Friction is a force that happens when two surfaces are rubbing against each other. Friction also creates heat. Friction can also stop or slow down moving things. It always moves in the opposite direction to the object's movement. Rough surface has high friction, smooth surface has low friction. Friction can damage surfaces. We can reduce friction using wheels, oil, or grease. Thank you.